Hey everyone, Satai's Changing here, and welcome to episode 11 of my Let's Build series. So today's episode will continue with landscaping the yard. So the first thing that I wanted to do was change the playground, because in the last episode I said that I didn't really like how it looked. I just feel like it looks weird to have such a big playground right off of the pool. Something about it just doesn't look right, so I'm trying to rearrange things so I can get them closer together and make the playground a little bit smaller. On another note, hopefully the audio sounds better in this video. Realized that I actually had it on a slightly attenuated setting before, and I didn't realize how much it was attenuating it until I put it back on the regular setting and listened to it. The reason why I had it attenuate like that was because I had a clock behind me and it kept picking it up ticking. So I ended up just moving the clock to another room, so now there's a clock sitting on my bed. But anyway, now I'm just trying to get things closer together and trying to figure out what to get rid of so everything fits. And I ended up just getting rid of the sandbox, so there's not going to be a sandbox in this playground. And even after downsizing it a bit, I'm still not sure that I like even having a playground in here at all. I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't look right to have it right there. I didn't leave as much space for it as I thought I would have. So I'm thinking about actually getting rid of it in the next episode and putting in a little pond with some fish spawners so your Sims can go fishing right on their own home lot. So yeah, I might do that the next episode. If you have any thoughts on this, like you think that I should just keep the playground or tweak the playground to make it look better, or you think that getting rid of playground and putting in a lake sounds good, just let me know in the comments what you think of that. That would be appreciated. But anyway, now I'm just rearranging the rocks around the outside of it. Yeah, so looking at this now, I realize that it probably would have been easier for me to just, buy the rocks again instead of trying to move them. But for some reason, I wanted to reuse the rocks that I used. I guess that's just something I normally do, if I'm actually playing the game to save money. Because, stuff loses their value, so if you sell it, you don't get the same amount back. But I don't know why I did that this way here. Made it take a little longer. But anyway, this is the size that I got the playground down to. And I mean, even though it's not right up against the pool anymore, I still don't feel like it looks right. I meant to have a bigger area left over for the playground, but oh well. Like I said, I'll probably just end up getting rid of it in the next episode. I'm not really sure yet what I'm gonna do with it. But like I said, just let me know what you think I should do with that area, if you have any thoughts on it. Anyway, the playground does look a bit better like that than it did before. And the last thing I did over here was add in a few trees. And after this, I'm going to go back over to the other side of the pool and finish up that area. And what I want to do over there is just make a nice little garden with some harvestable plants in it. And to do that, you first put in testing sheets enable true, and then by debug, and you can see those sheets there on the screen. And what by debug does is it gives you all these stuff that you can buy that normally is hidden. So as you can see there, I'm putting in already ready to pick plants, and I'm just putting in some more common base game plants, nothing too crazy in there. You can get really rare plants through the by debug cheat, like the life fruit and the money tree. Because as you can see there's the tab in the middle is, I can't remember exactly what the tab was called, but it just has all the seed spawners in it and all the plants. And when you put any of those plants down, like I said, they're already ready to be picked. You can also find all of the other kinds of spawners in the by debug menu and some other cool stuff like the high-rise building shells and just all the stuff that you see in the game but that you can't normally find in the buy menu. I don't know, it's always kind of fun to look in there and see all the cool stuff that there is. But anyway, now I'm just doing the terrain painting under the garden. And I kind of want to make it look like the cobblestone path going through in between the plants. So now I'm just putting that under it and then going over it with the grass to make it a little bit darker. And here I'm putting in dirt terrain paint under the plants. because it would make no sense to have plants growing out of stone. So I think that the garden here looks fine. I don't know why, but I'm just being really finicky with how this yard looks. Like, I keep looking at things and thinking that something doesn't look right, and I don't know exactly what that thing is. But I feel like maybe I'm just being too hard on myself with this. Like, maybe it looks fine, but I'm just being too picky about things. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, here I'm just adding grass in right next to the plants because I'm trying to get it to look like the stone is just kind of in the center between the plants. So that is what I'm doing there. And now the terrain paint there is done, so I'm just adding in a path going over to the garden that, you know, your Sims probably won't use anyway, but it's there. And there you can see from above how the garden looks. I guess it looks fine. I didn't put a fence around it, but maybe putting a fence around it will make it look better, so I'll probably try doing that next time. And here I'm just adding in a few plants right next to that. Something else I was thinking about doing that might make it look a little bit better is getting rid of that border that I put right next to the pool and just putting in a fence around the pool instead. I think I'm going to try that next time just to see how it looks. I might do some of these things I want to try off camera, and then once I get something that looks right, then do it on camera, so, you know, I'm not wasting too much time doing things that I get rid of anyway. But anyway, back to what I was doing. There I'm just, you know, bumping up the land a little bit like I did around the front side and adding some dirt and rock paint, and then, you know, putting some plants on top of that. And there you can see how the garden looks once again. And I still feel like it needs a border around it, so like I said, that's something I have to sort out for the next episode. And now I'm just going to begin furnishing the pool area, like particularly the eating and cooking area. So I wanted to have a really big dining table there, as you can see. And now I'm just using some of the chairs that came with, I think, outdoor living. And I actually like a lot of the things that came with that stuff pack. I use it a lot, you know, especially with outdoor kitchens. Like, I really like the outdoor kitchen that came with it. So I make use of that a lot. And I also like the outdoor lighting that came with it. But anyway, I wanted to make the chairs green to match, you know, the rest of the earthy green color on the outside. And, you know, I thought it would be nice to put a little umbrella over the table so your Sims can be protected from the shade. Although I'm not exactly sure that it actually does that. I don't know. I think it's just for looks. But anyway. And now I'm going to begin working on the kitchen that is right below that eating area. And like I said, I'm going to be using the outdoor kitchen furniture that came with outdoor living. So there's that nice big fancy grill, and there's the outdoor fridge and the counters and the stove. I don't know if there need to be both a stove and a grill there, but there is. And outdoor kitchens are nice, but sometimes the annoying thing that happens with them is that your Sims will, you know, when they want to make breakfast in the morning, they go all the way outside and make their food outside. But, I don't know, outdoor kitchens are kind of nice. So now I'm just trying to change the colors to match better with the rock wall paint behind them, because I felt like the colors that originally came with the furniture was too grayish. So I'm just trying to make it more of a brown kind of color. And here I was trying out a simpler looking countertop because I felt like the marble countertop was a little bit too busy, so I changed it to that simpler, more one color metal pattern. And now, you know, I'm just putting that on the rest of them. And the thing is, like, when I do furnishings, I tend to be very meticulous about the colors, which you'll really see once I get to the inside. But now I'm just scooting the columns over right next to the countertops. And I'll probably change that a bit more in the next episode. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Keep an eye out next week for the next part, and thanks for watching.